I'm excited, man. Fuck. This is awesome music, so I'm hyped. I don't know if that answered the question. I can't remember. I've never done a full album like this before where it's full band, and it blew my expectations out of the water. With these songs, I really just kind of let Kevin do his thing. Most of the songs I've ever come in here and recorded with Kevin have been like my ideas. I'm like, here, Kevin, here's my song I already wrote. I demoed the whole song out. Here's my structure. Here's the lyrics. Let's do it. This, I was like, I'm going to let Kevin do his thing and just let him write this shit.
Same thing twice.
The whole record, really, I didn't want there to be like any dead space where there was, or like dead song where it's just like, yeah, this is like a filler song. I wanted every song to have like its own flow, but like a way where every song kept going, where there wasn't like, okay, I can kind of take a break on this song. It's like, no, you're gonna keep going, you know. I just wanted it to kind of flow throughout the whole thing. I didn't want, like I said, I didn't want there to be dead space where people were kind of bored. I just kind of kept the flow going the whole time, and whenever one song ends, the other song comes back in ready to rock. Something like that. I started Purple Hearts in 2015 with no idea what I was doing. And now I'm here, you know, this long later, and I'm like loving every second. I finally morphed into this Purple Hearts character.
There we go, there we go.
In 2004, really, is when I started playing music. I heard The Adventure by Angels and Airwaves, and I'm like, fuck, that is it. Like, I never heard anything like that. I'm thinking, how do I do that? 2007, I was only a guitar player that kind of knew how to play guitar. That was like, I want to rip off Tom DeLonge. When I started Purple Hearts, I'm thinking, I'm going to create something that's me, something that's real to Purple Hearts. I don't want to sound like these other people. So that's why I said, fuck it. I'm going to start a band called Purple Hearts and create like what I feel is real to me. And that was the first band I'd even sang in the studio with. I'd never been a singer. I'd never been the songwriter of the band. I'd played guitar, but I wasn't necessarily writing the songs. And now I said, fuck that. I'm just going to do it myself, sing the songs, write the lyrics, do it all, and see what happens. And now, you know, 8 years into the process, about 6 or 7 years into the process, I'm like, almost there. I finally found a sound that I'm happy with, a sound that I think people will enjoy and enjoy jamming all the time. When I was writing I'll Be Just Fine, I was in this weird state of mind where I was just like really fucked up in the head. I didn't know what to do anymore. And I was like, how am I gonna get, you know, these feelings and these words accurately into this song that other people can listen to and understand and relate to also. I was on this business trip in Florida, and I remember writing that first little synth track. It was just like that little I was like, oh yeah, that's the shit right there. Even just like with that alone, I was like, this song's gonna be fucking awesome. And I finished up the demo in Florida. I come back with my producer, Kevin. I'm like, yo, we gotta fucking knock this shit out. It's gonna be badass. And I had all the lyrics done, everything was done, and I knew the second this song was done, it's gonna be the best song I've ever done, and it was. And it wasn't until about a year after I put out the video that, you know, a few YouTubers that saw it, and one of the YouTubers actually ended up shouting me out on his YouTube channel and was like, dude, this song fucking rocks. It's by an artist called Purple Hearts. It's called I'll Be Just Fine. Here's a link to the video. All you gotta do is go check it out. And his whole fan base just ended up on my channel, commenting on it, leaving, you know, likes and stuff and subbing. And now every time somebody talks to me about my music or whatever, they're almost always like, dude, that song I'll Be Just Fine was so good. And that's usually where people found me at. And it's crazy, it took like 3 years or so to even put that song out. Because now like all the other songs before that, most people don't even bring up anymore. It's like, I'll Be Just Fine. Yeah, that song is the fucking shit. And I'm really stoked that song even worked out. But what's really kind of crazy is like, I didn't even barely put any time or effort into the video. I was just on acid walking downtown. And I'm like, yo, this fucking park over here looks badass. Let's walk around it. And we're walking in here. I'm like, dude, this is a perfect place for my I'll Be Just Fine video. So I had my friend come up here and meet me with his phone. And we just fucking did like a little one take all the way down the park. And that was it. And then I uploaded it and, you know, the rest is history now. Living in a bubble, I'm about to fuck that. Let's do that again. Living in a bubble, I'm about to pop, I'm about to rock, I'm about to blow. Number 1 and 2
the songs Say It To My Face and I Don't Need You are more like, here we go, we're ready to fucking rock. Damage Part 2 is 100% my favorite song on this record, like without a doubt. It's the least heavy, it's emo, it's super emo, and anybody that's an OG fan would know, oh, Damage Part 2, that's gonna be emo. That's not gonna be a rock heavy breakdown song.
You take advantage, I'm so damaged. The second handed, I can't stand it, I'm so damaged. You take advantage.
But really, I just went balls to the wall. I'm like, these people need music that they can show their friends. And when I listen to all my old music, I'm like, yeah, this is good, but like, I don't really care about it as much as I would if I was like just a regular fan. Like, would I want to show my friends these songs? It's like, nah, not really. And I needed some songs that I was like super stoked about that other people would hear and be stoked about, especially the fans, because they're out here supporting me every fucking day. And I haven't put out new music at this point in a long time. So I'm like, I can't put out new music after over a year if it's gonna suck. I gotta put out like banger music and banger videos and do it like fresh. I just need like a whole new look, a whole new everything. So I'm coming back better than ever. And I think the OGs are gonna be like fucking stoked.
I'm about to go film a brand new video for No Way Out. And it's in this awesome castle, as you can see. We're about to go into the basement and do some weird shit. So, yeah. In 2014, I was in a band, and I was like stoked. I was like, we're writing rock music. We're actually pretty good. I'm like pretty stoked about it because most of the other bands I was in were like local, trashy, like nobody really cares to go to your show band. But this band, I was like, holy shit, I think we're actually gonna have a chance here to do something. And we write all this music. We have all this music. We wrote an album. We recorded this album with Jeff Rockwell in Texas. We spent a month of our time doing it. Broke as fuck, sleeping out of a BMW basically. And sometime after we got the album done, we didn't even put the album out. Like, this is my first recorded studio project. I'd never been in a real studio like that before, so I'm like super hyped. The music is super good, and I get kicked out right after the album's done. And I'm like, we just finished this shit. Like, we just finished this. I haven't even put it out yet. We haven't even done a video or anything, and I'm getting kicked out? We just did all this shit? Like, what the fuck? So I was like spiteful as fuck. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start a band. And we had other names that we were gonna work on before we started that band. I was like, I'm gonna use one of those old names I had in mind. Fuck them. I'm gonna be way better than them and all this shit. And then I realized, yeah, those names aren't gonna work. And I didn't really want to be affiliated with them anymore. I don't want to think about them anymore. I just wanted to move on from that shit and just start my own thing. Somewhere along the lines, Purple Heart just got stuck in my brain. And I'm thinking that's like a perfect fucking like name for an emo band. Because you got hearts involved and it's like a purple heart. And I know, these colors don't mix and match. You got black and red. This is how I kind of look at it. You got black. If you have a black heart, you're like a piece of shit, hateful, spiteful, jealous, arrogant asshole. And then you got the red heart, which would be like compassion and love and all these good things. Somewhere in the middle, you got purple. No, you don't get them when you mix black and red, but in the middle of the color spectrum, you got purple, which would, in my opinion, be a mix of all these terrible things and the good things and all the ugly things combined into one thing, which is called Purple Hearts. And then I was finally away from that band, and I never sang in a studio before, so I'm thinking, I don't even know if I can do this. So I'm gonna try and do it. At first, really, I was trying to find other people to sing. I didn't even want to be the singer of Purple Hearts. I was like, I can't sing. I don't sing. That's not what I do. I play guitar. So I hit up singers. I was like, hey man, I'm starting this band called Purple Hearts. Do you want to like sing? I'll maybe help you write the lyrics or something. You can sing my lyrics. Because Love and War, I already wrote like a year or two prior to that. And I'm thinking, I got this one song, I got words, you can sing the words. I don't want to sing them, but you can sing them. And nobody was really down for that shit. And I wasn't really down for other people to sing my lyrics. So at that point, I realized, fuck it, I'll sing it. I'll see if I can sing it. And if I can't sing it, I just won't even do it. I just won't let Purple Hearts be a thing. Worst case, I'm out of grand. Best case, I have a band. So luckily, I have a band. And luckily, Purple Hearts worked out. The song sounded good. And then 8 years later, here we are filming a documentary for it. It's freaking crazy. people probably think my life is really easy, especially whenever I live my life online, you know, kind of cool and it looks cool, but whenever you really get down to it, my life fucking sucked. And I'm surprised I even made it this far to even do this album. It's crazy. 3 years old, my dad fucking kills himself on our front porch. Don't know what to do with that, obviously. I'm 3 years old, I have a 1-year-old sister. My mom ends up getting on drugs and crack and all the drugs you can fucking think of. And you know, it's always move here, move there, new school here, new school there, get bullied here, get bullied there. It's just kind of a shit show. And I'm like, how the fuck am I ever gonna get out of this shit? Especially being a teenager, you look around, you're like, this shit sucks. How am I gonna get out of it? And especially whenever I never had anything on my own, it wasn't like, I get to keep this for good, because you never know, mom might sell it for drugs, or you never know if this is gonna be our house for good, because we might move next month. And it's crazy to think about all that shit that happened, you know. I never had anything, never had my own shit. I moved in with my aunt when I'm like 14 because my mom was on drugs so bad. The state was like, that's not gonna work, you gotta figure something out. So my aunt took us over at 14, and then I lived there, you know, throughout my whole high school years. And then even there, I didn't even have my own clothes. It was like I gotta share clothes with my 3 cousins that were all the same age. And it was like, fuck, I never had anything on my own. I'm living in somebody else's house. It was like, fuck. So then finally, sometime around 2018, after all this bullshit goes on, my mom dies in 2009. I'm living around on couch to couch, friend's house to friend's house. I'm like, I never had anything on my own. Finally, after all these years, I have Purple Hearts and this album, and all this is mine. And it's like, nobody could take that from me. And I think that's like one of the biggest reasons I can't fucking stop doing this, because this is the only thing I have at this point.
Something like that, yeah.
Feel like you're coming back up?
Like I wake up, I'm Purple Hearts. I go to work, who are you? Oh, I'm a musician that goes by Purple Hearts. I'm not, you know, Mario anymore, I'm Purple Hearts. And it's not even like I'm trying to fake, you know, being Purple Hearts, or I'm a character, or I'm a gimmick. It's just me now. I'm just like, even at first, like when I first started Purple Hearts, I was still really insecure with like, hopefully all these people like me. Hopefully my pictures look good. Hopefully my voice sounds okay. And now I'm just like, fuck it, dude. I like being me. I'm cool with it now. I'm totally secure with where I'm at, and I like doing what I'm doing. So when I go to work, I don't feel like I'm at work. I feel like my hobby would be work. And this is my life now. And that, my friends, is a studio wrap. We just finished up the very last thing to do on the record, and everything is fucking done. Now I have some other work to do, but as far as everything goes recording wise, we're fucking done.
What I wanted most was a record that I could vibe out with. Like, not these like emo songs where I kind of need to be in a certain mood. You could just turn this on any time of the day and be like, fuck yeah, this is badass. And that's the kind of music I want to put out, and that's the music I wanted to listen to. Because I listen to my old songs every once in a while. It's like, yeah, that's good, but what am I missing? And it's like, I'm missing that pop, that like funk and that vibe and that shit. And that's what I really wanted to go for on this record, is just like to vibe it up, make it more heavy, and get more people to listen to it. But, you know, I love listening to this shit too. So, of course, I made it just for me as much as I made it for other people too. And especially the OG fans. Like, those people have been around for so long, I can't be giving them the same shit over and over again. If I had to say anything to the fans, I'd be like, thank you. I mean, it sounds so whack, and it sounds like everybody says they got the best fans, but like, I have no idea how I have fans. I'm just some loser from Missouri, and all these people around the world, not all, but some, know who I am, and it's like fucking wild. I'm just like, I don't even understand it. And to think that this could even get bigger, I can't even wrap my head around it.
My name is Mario Mitchell, and I am Purple Hearts.
Check this shit out when it's out, motherfuckers. Peace.